Hello, Kids Place friends. Welcome to another episode of Kids Place, where kids come to play, learn, achieve, create, and explore. I'm Ms. Traherne, and this is my co-host,
Mrs. Day. Let's start with our hello song.
Hello, friends. How are you? We're very happy to see you. Greet your neighbor, boogie on down, give a bump and turn around.
For today's play segment, we're heading over to Town Creek Elementary School to do a Pinocchio dance. I've never seen this one before. Have you?
No, this is something new. Miss Scott says that they have a lot of fun doing the Pinocchio song.
Yeah,
so we're going to go check it out.
Yeah, I'm excited to go see it. Friends at home, stand up, do this Pinocchio dance with us.
Everybody out, everybody turn around, everybody shout. Everybody ready, here we go. Let's do the Pinocchio. Left arm, right leg. Everybody ready? Everybody ready. Everybody out. Everybody turn around, everybody shout.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
That was.
Now we're going to get ourselves calm and ready. We're going to go back to our original star breath, smile, take a deep breath, and relax. And we're going to have some volunteers from Mrs. Blair's class at Green Holly Elementary School, and they're going to lead us in a star breath. Just remember to keep this in mind. I am safe. Keep breathing. I can handle this.
All right, James, can you lead us in the star breath? Okay, last time.
Now we're ready to learn. On today's episode, we're going to be learning about zoo animals. Isn't that so exciting?
What are zoo animals, Mrs. Day?
You mean you don't know what a zoo animal is?
We don't have those in my pond.
Friends at home, do you know what a zoo is? Have you ever been to the zoo? A zoo, Fanny, is a special place where you can go and visit and see animals that you wouldn't normally see in our environment. They don't live near and around us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So today you might learn about some different kinds of animals that you might see at a zoo.
Well, this is going to be fun.
This is going to be fun. Okay, you might remember from last season, we played a game where we listened. We turned those listening ears on and we listened for sounds and tried to identify them. Do you remember what that word identify means? Do you remember, Fanny?
To notice.
Yeah, to notice. And so we're going to be listening for sounds, but we're not going to be able to see what it is right away. But in your brain, you might be able to recognize or identify what the animal is just by the sound that it makes. Okay?
And you know what?
What?
Listening to sounds helps kids learn all the pre-reading skills.
It does. You're so right, Fanny. This is a great skill to practice. Not just with animal sounds, but really any sounds, right?
That's right.
That's right. Okay, well, why don't we get started? I want you guys to turn those listening ears on, and let's listen for that first sound. Do you know what that is?
I don't know that one.
Yeah,
That
friends
was
at home.
a really tricky sound.
It was a tricky sound. Why don't I give you one more clue? Does that sound good?
That would be helpful.
Okay. Let's take a look. Oh, it's orange and it has black stripes. Do you know what it is now?
Is that a tiger?
That's a tiger, that's right. He's a big cat is what we like to call him. Let's take a closer look. Oh, look at this tiger. Now, sometimes we get confused about a tiger and a lion, but there are two big differences. A lion is kind of yellow, right? And he's a solid color on his body. We can tell a tiger right away by these stripes, okay? And then a lion or a male lion has a big, big mane. And you can see a tiger has a little bit of one, but not as big as a lion's.
That's helpful to know.
It is helpful to know. Okay, let's get our listening ears ready again and listen for the next sound. Okay, Fanny, do you think you knew what that one was?
Not at all.
All right. This one is really tricky. This one has kind of orangish brownish. They're like spots, but they have kind of like straight sides with tan and white lines in between. I'm going to give you another clue. This animal is very tall and eats leaves from the tops of trees.
Oh, I know it.
Do you know which one this is?
That would be a giraffe.
That's right. It's a giraffe. Look how tall this animal is. He makes a very strange sound, doesn't he?
He does.
He does. Okay, we're going to put him down. All right, let's get our listening ears ready. We've got a couple more. Listen for that sound. Fanny, do you know this one?
I need a clue.
All right, let's look at the next clue. Ooh, this one's kind of like the tiger, but it's white and black. But what does it have that's like the tiger?
Stripes?
It has stripes. Yeah, these stripes are the same kind of as a tiger. They both have stripes. That was a very strange noise, though, that it made. Is this helpful? Do you know what it is by those clues?
It must be the zebra.
That's right. The zebra is kind of like a horse, isn't it? It's kind of shaped the same, but it does not sound like the horses that we have around here, does it?
It doesn't make the neigh sound.
No, it does not make the neigh sound. All right, so I'm going to put him over here with the tiger because they both have stripes, okay?
All right.
All right, we have two more. Let's listen with our ears. I bet you know this one. Let's see. This next clue, and we're going to take a look closer, is a little bit hard to see, but you probably recognize that sound. This is a big animal, and he's got a special long nose called a trunk. Can you guess which one this is?
That would be the elephant.
That's right, it's the elephant. He's got kind of wrinkly skin, right? Does he have any stripes? No. Does he have any spots? No. He's got plain skin. Okay, look at those tusks on him. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna set him right there. All right, we have one more left. Let's get those listening ears ready. This one might be a little bit tricky. You might be tricked by this one. Okay, listen. What did that sound like, Fanny?
This one may have been... Can you show me one more clue?
I'll show you one more clue. Friends at home, you may have been thinking that sounded a little bit like a bird, but take a look at this clue. Look, it's a tannish color with black spots on it. Is that any bird you've seen before?
Not a bird.
It's not a bird.
But could it be a cheetah?
It's a cheetah, yeah. All right, take a look. Does this one go with stripes, plain skin, or spots?
Kind of spotty.
It's got spots, that's right, it's spotty. So here's our cheetah, it's our last one. Now, there's some really cool things about a cheetah. Do you know anything cool about a cheetah? Any facts about a cheetah, Fanny?
I really don't, Mrs. Day.
Well, when I went to the zoo, I found out that cheetahs are one of the, or maybe even the fastest land mammals. They can run super duper fast. All right, so I'm gonna set him there. All right, so we have our striped animals, our spotted animals, and then we have some animals that don't have either. They just have a plain one solid colored skin, right? You can see lots of different kinds of animals at the zoo than what we explored today. If you get a chance to go to the zoo, it is a wonderful experience. Fanny, maybe we'll take you there one day.
I would like that so I could learn more about those animals that I don't get to see.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Well, Fanny, speaking of reading, would you like to write a sentence today?
Oh, yes.
Okay. We learned a special word today. You asked me what a word meant, and it was when we were talking about noticing things. Do you remember what that word was? We said we were going to listen to the sounds and identify what animals they were. We were going to be able to tell which ones they were by the sounds that we heard. So we're going to write a sentence about identifying sounds of animals today. How about we can identify animals by the sounds they make?
That's a good one.
That's a really long sentence, so you're really going to have to help me with this one, okay?
Ready?
All right. So we were going to start by using all the way to the left. Oh, let me get my space frog out before I even start. And I'm going to start with an uppercase or a capital letter, right?
Exactly.
Okay. The first word was we. What sound do you hear at the beginning of we? W. Good job. That is an W. Good. We, space frog, can, what's the last sound you hear in that one? That's an N. We can, and here's our big word, identify. Oh, identify. Oh, and that Y stole the sound of an I. It's name. We can identify, that's right, animals. Wow, this is a long one. What do you hear at the end of that word, animals? That's right, that's an S.
It means more than one.
It does mean more than one. Good job, Fanny. Okay, yep, we've run out of space. We have to go back to the left. We can identify animals by, it's hard to write on this side of the board, by, oh, here's my space frog, that's a tricky word, the sounds. Ooh, there's that S sound again. What letter was that again?
S.
Good job. By the sounds. Oh, and I heard it at the end again.
More than one.
Sounds, that's right. It means more than one. By the sounds that, do you hear that? What letter is that? That sound at the beginning of that word, that.
It's not one letter sound.
It's not one letter sound. This one's tricky. This is a special relationship between two letters called a digraph. It's two letters that make one sound. Do you know which two letters make that one sound?
I do. T-H.
T-H. Good job. That. Okay. We can identify animals by the sounds that they.
I hear that sound again.
There it is again. You're right. They, and I run out of space again. I ran out of space, so I'm going to go to the, yep. The sounds that they make. You guys, this might be the longest sentence we've ever done. Okay, I'm going to fix my K there a little bit. What goes at the end of this sentence to let us know that it's done?
The period is the stop sign to tell us something.
That's right. It's the end of our sentence. Our thought is complete. All right, let's read it back. Ready? We can identify animals by the sounds that they make. You guys, this is going to be a lot of counting. Are you up for it?
I'm ready.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was a funny 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We had 10 words in this sentence, you guys. This is a big one. There was one sound that we heard pretty often that I asked Fanny about a couple times. It was that S sound. Do you remember that?
I do.
Friends at home, do you remember what letter made the sound S? It's an S. I want you to get those listening ears on one more time, and I want you to listen for the S sound. When you hear it, I want you to yell, stop. And I'm going to circle those, okay, Fanny?
Ready.
All right, we ready? We can identify animals.
Stop.
Good job, Fanny. There's that S. By the sounds.
Stop, stop.
That's
there were
right.
2 of them.
There were 2 of them. It's at the beginning of the word sounds and at the end of the word sounds. Good. Sounds that they make. How many S's did we have, Fanny? You want to count them with me? Ready?
Yeah.
1,
1,
2, 3. Oh, this was a lot of work today, wasn't it, Fanny?
That was a big sentence.
It was a big sentence. Okay, well, we have a special guest reader today, and here's my clue about our story. We're going to be reading about a giraffe. Yeah, and a really fun book, and the book is called Giraffes Can't Dance. Let's go take a look and see who our guest reader is today.
Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning.
So we're going to be reading a story today called Giraffes Can't Dance. And this is one of my favorite stories because it inspires me. Do you want to know why it inspires me?
Yeah.
It inspires me because it lets me know that I can do anything that I put my mind to. If I can dream it, I can achieve it. I just have to work really hard and believe in myself that I can do it. So I hope that you enjoy this story as much as I do. Giraffes Can't Dance. This story is written by Giles Andrade and illustrated by Guy Parker Rees. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed the cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing around. He threw his legs out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and he leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I am dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I'm dancing," Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle. We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find the music that we love." So thank you so much for letting me come in and read with you today. I really, really enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it? Yes. Yes. So keep soaring, okay? Awesome.
In honor of our zoo theme, for today's Create, we are going to do some marble painting with shaving cream.
Oh, fun.
And we're going to take 2 of those striped animals you were talking about. We're going to do a zebra and a tiger.
Nice.
So we have, for today's important materials, some regular shaving cream, not the gel kind.
Foam kind.
The foaming kind.
Okay.
And then we have, for the zebra, some black paint. And then I brought out some food coloring for the tiger stripes. We're going to use marbles to make the stripe.
Okay.
And then once we finish, we're going to make a background for it using some construction paper.
Okay.
So I have some green to do some trees. And then the cookie sheets are for us to do the marbles so that they don't roll off the table. Okay. So that kind of gives us a border. And then I simply went online and did a search for a free animal pattern.
Outline? Yeah.
Yes, an outline. And as you mentioned earlier in the Learn segment, the zebra just looks like a horse.
It does.
Okay?
Yeah.
And what we're going to do after we make our stripes is we're going to lay this on top, almost like a print.
Oh, cool.
Okay?
Okay.
To get that stripe effect. And then
Okay.
here's our tiger.
Perfect.
Okay? Are you ready to
I'm ready.
dive in? I have some gloves here in case whenever we get into painting and food coloring,
And dye.
it will stain. So I thought some gloves might be helpful.
Perfect.
All right, so first we're going to start with the shaving cream.
Okay.
So we're going to take off our lid and give it a little shake. And then we're going to just do a small amount.
Okay.
Which is kind of noisy. And I'm going to use my glove now to spread it out a little bit.
Okay.
And since we're not using that much shaving cream, that means we have a whole can left.
Yeah.
And I don't know if our children out there who are watching, you have probably had a teacher bring this out for fun.
Yes.
Put this on your table. It's a good way to clean your tables. And you can do some practice writing your name,
Yes.
making shapes, writing numbers, all kinds of fun.
Yeah, kids love this.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm going to take this off inside out. And then we're going to do our color. Would you like to do the zebra?
Sure.
All right, so we're just going to put a little drop. I'm going to do a couple.
Yeah. Kind of streak it through there.
Okay, so I've got some yellow, and then I'm going to do some orange for my tiger. And then we're going to take a marble and let it roll back and forth in our shaving cream to make some stripes.
Okay. Gotta reach and grab a few.
I know, I'm a little nervous. This is when we have to just let the art happen.
Okay.
And
Here
we're
goes
ju-
nothing. I'm just gonna hold it and let it roll.
It moves slow.
It does move slow. Just giving it a gentle little tug.
And you're lucky you have one color.
Okay.
And
I'm
we
gonna give it a
can
little
put
help.
the glove back on and give it help.
I'm gonna give it some help. Oh, yours is rolling nicely though.
It's slow going.
Yeah, I think that the food coloring, now that we're doing this little bit of trial and error, helps it move a little bit better. Then the paint might be a little bit too thick. So I'm gonna give mine some help.
There goes a runaway marble.
That's okay. It's part of the fun. I think I'm ready.
All right, so I'm going to give you your pattern.
Okay.
here is your zebra,
Thank you.
and here is my tiger, and I'm going to just lay it on. And I guess I should put my glove back on. I don't know. Did we use all the gloves?
No, it's okay. I can put mine back on. I'm just
Okay.
going to lightly tap it down into the shaving cream.
Now, there is a drying process to this. This might be one of those 2-day projects where you pull up your pattern and then let it sit overnight before you put it back together.
Right. Oh, that turned out really cool.
Hey, that looks like a zebra.
Yours looks like a tiger. That was pretty cool.
All right, so the next part of the project would be after you've given it a night or a day to dry, to
Thank
put
you.
it on your paper. And then I'm going to use liquid glue.
Okay.
Because I'm a little.
Yeah, it's a little difficult. You really need to let it dry first before you try
Yeah.
to glue it on, but we're just kind of speeding up the process a little bit for
So I'm going to stick
the
it
sake of the
down.
example.
And then I brought out green.
Can I borrow that? Thanks.
Absolutely.
Sneak
I
some
brought
over
out
there.
green, and basically we'll just make some leaves to put them in his natural habitat, because these guys would live out in a type of forest in the wild.
Yeah,
So-
tigers are more of a jungle type animal, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, where, I don't know, should we do green leaves for a zebra? Where might you find a zebra? Maybe an open plain, so maybe I might draw some grass or maybe some.
Maybe you could take a marker and just draw some like trees out behind in the distance.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah. So I mean, I could just simply place some different leaves, and in order to make it 3D and fun, you just snip the edges. You can take a marker and draw in some veins on your
Yeah.
leaf, and then kind of do some scrunching up, and
Perfect.
we'll go that way.
Love
So
it.
this is marble painting with shaving cream. Hope you have fun trying this at home. If you would like to check us out more, you can find us at the local cable channel number 96 or on SMCPS YouTube. And you can also email us at kidsplace@smcps.org.
It's that time in the show where we have to say goodbye.
It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye. Give a smile and wink your eye. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends.
Bye, friends.
See you next time.